Brooke went back to work shortly after he was born, so I was like Mrs. Doubtfire for 3 weeks, just taking care of everything around the house and not wearing a mask or anything weird like that. But the cliches about having a kid and fatherhood are pretty accurate. It's been great. It's been such a pleasure. It's nice because it's the only time where your schedule isn't dictated by somebody else. You go to a tournament, you don't know whether you're going to play Monday, Tuesday, the tournament director, what time of day, you don't know. But I love the off season because it was a time to get your work in, have a perfect schedule, perfect sleeping hours, get some continuity. So for me, I just wanted it to be very controlled because as soon as you leave for a tournament, a lot of it's out of your control. So I felt like I could do my best work during the off season and really try to capitalize on it. He's certainly the favorite in any tournament he enters. To say he's going to match what he did this year, I don't think that's a fair place to start for him. I mean, the consistency, the commitment he has he never shows up and takes early round losses. Every single tournament, he's going to be there. Even coming into the U.S. Open, he said he was struggling a little bit, which meant he was getting to the finals of tournaments, instead of winning them. But he just doesn't really have weaknesses. I think as a former player, I look at it and the things that he does so well don't scream off the page. He keeps so much space between himself and his opponents, make it tough to attack, and he switches directions at will. As easy as it is for some of us to hit a cross court, he does that just as easily off the line, which is something that I don't think it's talked about enough in regards to him. But you see Roger, and he becomes one of the greats, and then Rafa comes, and he's one of the greats, and now it's a spoil because we have Novak, and then all the while Murray's a first ballot Hall of Famer too. So it's just pretty special time to watch tennis, and I really hope people are taking that in because we'll certainly miss it when it's gone. I think for Rafa, what he's going to want to look at is can he get his form and confidence back for another run at Roland Garros. I think that was probably a pretty disheartening loss to lose and kind of really be dominated on his court. I'm really curious to watch him in his march through Roland Garros next year. I think that'll be a defining tournament in his career. This last year, looking at Wawrinka, getting, I call him the microwave. He gets hot real quick, and then he can beat anyone. Even what Cilic did last year at the U.S. Open, for so long it felt like there wasn't a tournament outside of those four, and now it has been proven that someone can get lightning in a bottle. As far as who, I don't know. I'm interested to see how Raonic comes back. The kind of the group we were talking about with Nishikori, Raonic, and Dimitrov, it seems like they all kind of took maybe a mini step backwards. So to see if they can kind of reestablish themselves as just outside that top four will be interesting.